Hello, and welcome to another day of quarantine with yours truly and Braska. I just released a new blog post today on CariniArts.com focusing on my journey as an artist, and I think that the quarantine has provided an opportunity to do a lot of reflecting on where I am in my life, where I've been, and also where I'm going. I know that when this all first started, it was very overwhelming because I'm a person that likes to plan things out, likes to have control. I can adapt, but I need to know what I'm working with. And for the majority of this, we really haven't been given clarity or answers or known what we're working with to be able to make the adjustments that we want to make to move forward and find solutions. And I think that that's been one of the most difficult parts for me, one of my biggest obstacles during this. But this has been one of my biggest helps, also a headache at times. But I did write a blog post recently about the battles with mental health. I know a lot of people are dealing with mental health issues during this, and I feel like that's going to be an epidemic in and of itself coming out of this. And so I've tried to share my experiences to offer help and hope to those that are fighting that battle. But today's blog post was focused more on the journey of being an artist and finding your own way. And I know that when I first decided that I wanted to be an artist and was introduced to art at a young age, you see what other people have done. You see the path that has been taken, and you try to emulate that path because you believe that that is the way to do something, and that is what you're taught in school, that this is the path, this is what you do, this is what you follow, this is how you become an artist. Going through school, I followed a lot of that guidance of those that have walked the path before me because it makes sense. People that have walked the path before you know the answers and have been through these things. So I went to school for art and I listened to how we were supposed to approach galleries, how we were supposed to approach the business of art, but knowing that we are living in an ever-changing world and more so than ever. But I remember being taught that there were certain ways that you were to approach galleries and the business of art, certain people that you wanted to see your art because of the opportunities that they could provide, certain things that you wanted to stay away from. And for a number of years, I tried to abide by that and follow the guidance that I was given by those that rightfully knew more than I did in many ways. But at some point, I realized that I was no longer enjoying the journey. And I think that what we have to remember is it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. And so when I realized that I wasn't enjoying what I was doing, I wasn't enjoying making the work that other people were telling me to make because it was more marketable, more sellable, when I wasn't enjoying going through the process of the gallery system, wasn't enjoying the relationships of that, felt like I wasn't being true to myself or who I was meant to be, I had to make the difficult choice of deviating from that and walking my own path. And the thing about being an artist is you're taught artists are the people that do all the things that nobody else has ever done before. Yet, in the realm of being an artist, there are very clear paths that people are taking in, directions that people are going in. There are herds of people doing similar things. And my belief has always been that you're only going to get as far as other people if you do what other people are doing. And that means that you have to deviate, you have to blaze your own path, and that means sometimes doing the things that you're told not to do and going your own way. And I believe that if anybody's going to do that or is able to do that, I believe that it should be somebody that's an artist. And so I very much took my career and my path into my own hands, and I believe that everybody should do that. It's your life, it's not somebody else's life. And I think that ultimately, whether you want to be an artist or something else, that you have to take your life into your own hands and do what's best for you. Choose the course that is best for you. And sometimes that means venturing out onto unexplored terrain and doing things that haven't been done before. Because if you do what other people have done, you're only going to get as far as other people have been. And I, for a number of years, have deviated from the processes, and more so in recent years. And I'm thankful that I've done so because now I make the work that I want to make when I want to make it. I do what I want to do, and I try to encourage other people to do the same. And I think that that has been the most rewarding part of my journey, is doing the things that other people don't do, taking the road less traveled. I may not get some of the opportunities that other people do, but I've never been one for playing the game the way that it's supposed to be played. I want to create my own game. I want to create my own world, my own universe. That's what being an artist is all about. And if I wake up one day and I want to paint something completely different, I want to do that. And I know that coming into this quarantine situation, I was making a certain type of work. And I know that going out of it now, I'm going to be making a different type of work. And it's because I'm feeling something different. I want to paint what I'm feeling, when I'm feeling it, the way that I'm feeling it. I don't believe that I should have to do things a certain way because it's more marketable or more sellable. But I do move forward with an understanding that by taking the road I'm taking, by doing certain things a certain way, I may be changing up the results. And that is something that I've accepted because I've decided that more than the accolades, more than the resume, it's about the journey and doing things my way, and that's what I want. And so I accept all the things that come with that, and that has become my legacy, I hope. And so that's what I try to encourage other people to do. And I'm hoping that coming out of this quarantine, a lot of people are going to be spending that time reflecting, thinking about where they are in their lives, the choices that they're making, whether or not they're living their dream, whether you're doing the things that you want to do, and hopefully making those adjustments as we come out of this into a new world. And hopefully as we come into this new world, you make your world your own world. You do the things that you want to do the way that you want to do them. That doesn't mean disregarding or disrespecting other people. It just means that it is okay to take your life into your own hands and to choose the path that is best for you. And I think that by choosing the path that is best for you, it enables you and provides you with the resources to better take care of those around you. And I know that since I have made the changes that I've made, it has better equipped me to taking care of those around me, to being the best version of myself that I can be, and helping others to be the best versions of themselves. It took a long time to get there, and the time in reflection during quarantine at the beginning hit me really hard. It was very overwhelming because of the reasons that I mentioned. And I had to go through these stages of grief almost until I saw past the struggles and the obstacles and saw the hope and the opportunity and realized, hey, at some point this is going to end. And I can either wallow through and sink myself in the misery here, or I can keep swimming through the obstacles, which is something that I've always believed in. My work is about this principle of what I call acrylic alchemy, and it's the idea that you use your sacrifice and your struggles to create something beautiful. And sometimes that means that it's not always easy, and for a while this wasn't easy, and it doesn't mean that you have to be perfect all the time. We all fall, we all make mistakes, we all go backwards. And even for me right now, I have more trouble with my thoughts and articulating the ideas because of the struggles of this quarantine. But I believe it's more important to be vulnerable and raw and to share those stories than to have this pre-scripted, over-sensationalized message that we see a lot of times from the media, these glorified trophies and stories about how we're so wonderful. I think that it's important to share the struggles and the obstacles along the way. I think that that's more real. That's much more tangible for most of us, especially coming out of this. And so I think that by sharing my successes but my struggles at the same time will be encouraging to help others as you come out of this. So I'm wishing you the best and sending you love. Check out my new blog post and check out my shop at CariniArts.com. Thank you to everybody that has supported me and made what I do possible and giving me the hope to get out of the funk that I was in during this quarantine and help me want to share my story with you. And we're all in this together. Take care, stay safe, CariniArts.com.